Some buildings don't fall silent when abandoned. Some continue breathing long after the last person has left. And some refuse to forget. Ridgeway Medical Center was one of them. The demolition crews had walked off the site 3 times in a single week. They all described the same thing. The corridor isn't empty. They didn't elaborate. They didn't need to. Evelyn Hart arrived at the hospital just after sunset, the sky a deep navy blue, heavy with the promise of rain. The building rose from the ground like a fossil, tall, stiff, and unwilling to let go of its past. She stepped through the crooked front doors, her boots echoing faintly across the old tiles. The smell of antiseptic lingered in the air, mixed with dust and something darker, something metallic like dried blood hidden beneath layers of time. Her lantern illuminated the reception desk. Thick layers of dust. A toppled chair. A medical file lying open as if someone had dropped it mid-panic. He picked it up. Patient record. Julia Hales, nurse. Status. Missing. Date. 2 months ago. Evelyn closed the folder slowly and exhaled. That's why I'm here. The hallway leading to room 108 stretched out like a throat, narrow, claustrophobic, quietly waiting. She tightened her grip on the lantern and stepped forward. Halfway down the corridor, she froze. Her breath turned to fog. The temperature dropped sharply, so suddenly that her skin prickled beneath her coat. This wasn't just cold. This was memory manifesting itself. She took one more step. Her boot clicked on the tile. And a second click echoed behind it. But it wasn't hers. The sound was heavier, slower, delayed by a fraction of a second. Residual noise. The corridor was replaying footsteps from another time. Evelyn's pulse stayed steady but her eyes sharpened. She listened carefully. One step forward. Another set followed. Not in sync. Someone had walked here before, and the corridor remembered. She moved deeper inside. Her lantern's beam traced the walls. Scratches everywhere. Long, erratic, desperate scratches. Some dragged downward as if someone had been pulled by their feet. Some upward as though a hand had reached for help that never came. Evelyn stopped. A faint sound brushed the edge of her senses. Like a stretcher rolling. Like a woman gasping for air. Like someone saying, "Please, don't leave me." She closed her eyes. Her memory immersion ability slipped into place. The corridor reconstructed itself in her mind. Lights bright and humming. Doctors rushing. A patient fighting. Julia Hales running down this very hallway. Screaming for someone to keep a door open. Then, a hand dragging her backward. A door slamming. A final echo. "Don't close the door." Evelyn's eyes snapped open. Behind her ear. The same whisper repeated itself. She turned sharply. The lantern beam cut only empty air. Her heartbeat kicked once, but her body remained steady. Then she saw it. Room 108's door. Slightly open. Not fully, just enough to suggest someone had slipped through and hoped no one noticed. Evelyn approached slowly. Her boots barely made sound. The corridor's air thickened with tension. She lifted her hand. Pressed her palm to the door. Cold seeped through the wood like it was breathing against her skin. She leaned in and listened. At first, silence. Then, a knock. Soft. From the inside. Evelyn backed up a step. Not in fear, but to gain distance to hear the pattern better. 3 knocks. Pause. Then one more. "Julia," Evelyn whispered. No answer. She pushed the door gently. It didn't budge. Locked. From the inside. Her breath trembled in the cold air. She kneeled and pressed her ear to the crack near the floor. The faintest sound leaked out. Someone breathing. Panicked. Fast. Locked inside. But the police had searched this room weeks ago. It had been empty. Evelyn closed her eyes again. The sound became clearer. Not breathing now. The breathing of someone who had been here before. The corridor was replaying a final moment. She stood. Stepped back. And then, the hallway lights flickered violently. Once. Twice. Then blacked out completely. Evelyn's lantern flickered. The flame inside wavered like a dying heartbeat. A soft hiss slithered down the corridor. Not quite a voice. Not quite silence. Evelyn adjusted her stance, shoulders tight, body angled slightly, ready. Then, footsteps. Fast. Running. Straight toward her. She braced herself, lantern raised. But the beam showed nothing. Only the dark. Only the echoes. The footsteps stopped inches from her. Breath, cold enough to frost her skin, brushed against her cheek. Then the scratching began. Slow, deliberate, scraping across the wall beside her. She focused the lantern there. Fresh marks. Carved as she stood in front of them. Letters emerging from the darkness. Evelyn's heartbeat thundered in her ears. She backed away slowly, not turning her back on the corridor. "This place isn't haunted," she whispered. "It's traumatized." The lantern flame stabilized. The footsteps faded. The corridor fell silent again. But not empty. Never empty. Fade to black.